So you're having a problem with the nozzle popping off the end of your dryer hose. Is it this collar or is the problem with the nozzle? Well, it could be either one of them, but let's talk about it. Stand by. If you have a nozzle, one of these nozzles that's coming out on its own, we got to make sure you understand how this works, because I've had several people now that I have helped with these, and they thought it was the nozzle because, of course, that's the most obvious thing because it's the one flying out, right? But so far, most of them have not been the nozzle. It has been this collar. And the way this collar works, you can take it all the way off, but you don't only take it back off if you're going to lubricate it. And you may want to check yours to make sure there's a little lubricant on this thread. Right? Not in here. We don't want to put any lubricant on this because it'll make it make your nozzle slip out. But let me show you something here. Once that's lubricated, I should be able to tighten this down until it stops. At that point, I can't make this fit because it's too tight. So I have to back up a little bit. And see, it's kind of hard to get off. So I can understand why some people would think it just stays in the lock position all the time. But now I put it in. So now I've got it in there. And I'm going to turn this collar till it tightens up on it. If you don't turn it till it, look, that is not coming out. And I've got good hand strength. So, okay, I finally was able to do that. All right, so it's not going to come out on its own. That took a lot more force than that. So one, we want to make sure that when this slides in, while this is loose, about a half turn back, pop it in. And if you have any questions about how this is working, take a video and Facebook message me showing me how you put it in, and so I can see how tight it is when you first put it in. And then let's see what happened when you turn this collar. So I've got okay, now it's tight. That baby's not going anywhere. All right, so sometimes it's a misunderstanding of how this works, but it shows it very clearly in the orientation video. Whenever you tighten this collar, because I hold the whole thing and turning it, right? So I'm holding the nozzle and that, and I'm actually turning this like that. I'm not turning the collar, I'm turning this. You don't want to over tighten it too, because as you saw, if you over tighten it, you're probably going to have a hard time getting it back off, like I just did. So you want to find the place to where you turn it till it snugs up, till it won't come out on its own, and then stop. So I'm backing up a little bit. There it goes. I'm going to go ahead and tighten it up a little bit more. Now it's not going to come out, but don't over tighten it or you won't be able to take it back off. And remember, all I'm doing is I'm turning the hose. I'm holding that thing still and barely moving the nozzle and the white collar. But if you have a problem getting this to move, let's just make sure that these threads, put a little clipper lubricant on these threads only, and just make sure it's on those threads and not inside here.